Welcome, people, to the first touch podcast. Yeah, yeah. So today we're gonna cover the Manchester United section 16 and Tottenham Spurs section 17 Europa final. Yeah. Before we get into it, please me I beg you to like, share, and subscribe. Me I beg you to thump up the like button. Yes, what me I say. You don't know me as the co-host King Tato there with my brother over there, so Calamity in the dead jersey. Yeah, oh my, I'm a friend. But before I say this is the best successful ear watch I have ever done. I get to go right now. Yeah, Calamity, what you say, my friend?
At this point, I don't even know what to say. Like,
Yo, that one, my friend, have words. Come on.
yeah, I put it like, never say it. Like, at the worst actual game I'm sit down and watch from two sides. Like, Manchester United were terrible, but don't get it twisted. Tottenham were also
Shit,
shockingly
shit,
bad.
that was shit for you.
But when I forget Tottenham props for Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham normally play a higher line.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham, Tottenham did deep like the Atlantic Ocean to them.
Ocean,
I
really.
saw for them line the deep. The man them sit back like crazy. You see me some other give Pastor Kaglo props for that because him change him game plan for give Manchester United the ball, something that we ourselves are not good at. Like we're no good on the ball. We're not a possession based team. We're a counter attacking team. So when him go sit back and we go sit, and if we want to sit back, no football now go play. So somebody have to dip on the ball. So
But
him sit back, Manchester United have again control of the ball, and it just never work out in our favor because we're not that type of team. You see me? We never have no space for running behind. Shout out to Romero, Van der Ven film black off the line. You see me? As much as I love Manchester United, big up my boy Son. Been a rep for Son from
be there
him
for you.
reaching of the Premier League. You see me? So shout out to Son for winning him first major trophy. I'm happy for him, but boy, I'm not lie, bro. My heart hurt me.
Yeah,
Like,
I understand that. I think like in the game there has been some point where I think Manchester United probably gonna break down the walls of the Spurs. You know, 'cause really and truly, when you think they're gonna come under some heavy pressure and the pipe would have bust really and truly. Even when time Sang Min come on, I think like the pressure that probably ease up a bit based off like getting someone that's the back with a bit of ball angle and go forward. Him never really come on with that type of mindset. It's like him really come on for help the team defend, and that the kind of based on love of football, me that say me never really like that because I think we need want to see more goals. And as I say, as much as maybe Man U that love to have the ball even after I concede first, me know say in a for them mind them probably want a bit of Spurs to step up more so they can probably catch them on a counter attack. Really and truly.
exactly. And Spurs was very, very smart in how them play them ball game, them counter at the right time, them make sure so them always have numbers back in a them defense. So at no point in time did we really catch them on a counter or never even have no speed for catch them on a counter.
Exactly.
Like realistically when I see the lineup, I know say me did come I'ma say me nah go judge the lineup beforehand, but when I literally see the lineup, me I say something alright. So I never like the fact that Mason Mount start just after back of him playing good in the Europa League semi-final when him come on for 20 minutes. Like you're not supposed to start a final if you're not play. Like this man don't play. I can't remember if this man play 5 consecutive games in a season. So him don't play that much. And just after back of a Europa League semi-final, when him come on last 20 minutes and score 2 goals, you start him. That was a big mistake for me. Mason Mount was completely anonymous in the game.
Well,
We can't
at some point in our last part of the
completely
night,
anonymous. Completely anonymous. Him just did have must see him the one decent move and then it just him put it out for a throw. But that's it. Completely anonymous.
for sure.
As it relates to the defense, bro, as my keep on I say it like I don't know what type of human being is Onana. Like Onana is him can't be a human, him can't be a homo sapien, him can't be come from planet Earth, bro. This man is the living reincarnation of a of the devil, bro. I can't tell you what this man is, bro. Because
The
I
weapon that
can't
form against
understand.
Manu.
Bro, I don't know. I can't understand how one man is so shit. I don't know. It's despicable for watch this man week in, week out. Like, I can't understand how we concede from that goal. That and it just so like Manchester United for concede
Exactly.
the worst type of goal known to football. How? Why?
Oh, yeah.
And then another thing too, I never like when I look on the starting lineup. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is a next man when I play that much football
That
this
yeah,
season.
it was
How
my first
Luke Shaw
question.
come into the starting lineup, I don't know. How him reach
Exactly.
there, sir? I don't know. If we are gonna start Luke Shaw, might as well let this start Xerxes too. Because this man understand, bro. Like Ruben Amorim make some big mistakes in the starting lineup and him did too slow for change it. Because even when I say Garnacho come on, Garnacho actually get down the wing a couple times, beat him man and put in these decent balls. So why him never with the way how Tottenham did that play, Tottenham literally that give a freeness on the wing.
On the wing,
So
yeah.
when you put on Garnacho with that little bit of space so him have, and him could have get in behind one and two time, something maybe could have happened from that if Garnacho was on the pitch from the beginning. I don't understand the Mason Mount starting and the Luke Shaw
The
starting.
Luke
Them
Shaw
two
starting, yeah. Them
and
that's more
Luke
for
Shaw played a hand in the goal as well. So I don't like the two of them play. Luke Shaw and Onana was at fault for the goal. And then in the midfield now was imbalanced. What I think him also get wrong too. The Bruno Casemiro dynamic. Like once me did take a look at Spurs midfield, may I say Bruno Casemiro in the midfield by themselves now go work because Spurs are gonna come physical. Once you see the midfield, it's a Bissouma and who them
Denton.
play
Denton.
Bentancur. Two
Denton.
man we are gonna rough you up in the midfield. You see me, them now they not gonna make gear no time for breathe on the ball. So Bruno in that midfield pivot right there, so just never makes sense to me in that sense because we did need more runners. So for me, Ugarte should have in the midfield pivot.
Midfield, yeah.
You see me?
I think Casemiro was a bit locked out for truth. Honestly, for me, I feel like the Suma boss, the whole midfield. Honestly, I feel like him hold composure and take man of it in majority. I
But
think
that's
like
the
you know
thing though. Spurs did they say Bentancur, Bissouma, and Sa a man who have stamina for days. You
DS,
see me? The
yeah,
man them have legs and the man them physical. You see me?
physical,
Bruno
yeah.
is not necessarily known for him physicality. Casemiro physical, but him one can well midfield by
In
himself.
one,
The man
yeah.
them will play rings around him.
Who would you say
So
was the best Man U player today?
Lenny Euro.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think they're like I don't think that up for debate. You see me? So him are the only player who I think can hold him head high and walk out with that with any sort of decent
Yeah,
reputation from
because
this game.
I think in our last part, he put in couple squares in our last part. If we go Luke Shaw, get one, came dead that score, good save by Vicaro. I think even Oiland they get one look mishap in the box too as well, and it was a
Yeah,
beautiful
the
clear off the line
keeper
from
clear off the line from Van der Ven.
and a Van der
Like
Ven, a Peja Poro.
Van der Ven.
A Van der Ven?
Clear Van der Ven.
Yeah,
Clear off the
beautiful
line
clear off
from
the
Van der
line.
Ven.
Like really and truly, the man of the match duo like
One of the
that's
match
a
though would have be in terms of overall would have probably be mm,
Daggy keeper.
nah, the keeper not get Manchester United never put the keeper under enough pressure for me get the keeper, bro. You'd have to be Bissouma or one of them man
Bistu
then.
Romero. Romero defended very well.
Bissouma, Ramiro, or probably Van der Ven, one of them man there. So the keeper will never put the keeper under much. Like think back to the shots where the keeper save. Garnacho come on and him take one shot, decent save from the keeper. Apart from that, you have the Luke Shaw chance at the end, and that's basically it. Like we never put the keeper under no
Oh,
real
yo, you
pressure.
know who else for Man U play really good too? Ahmad. Ahmad play very well.
Him was in and out, to be honest. Like the first half, him did good.
Yeah,
The
first half he
second
was good.
half, him just completely fall off to me. You see me? Um, apart from that though, that Patrick Dargo, bro, like, oh my god, stinker, absolute stinker, bro.
Oh my days. I think the Italy come off for Dalot. Uh
Oh, Mazari. What was
Mazwari
this?
never that bad.
Yeah, Mazari, right? But
He was already
again,
never
yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
look upon it and I say, really and truly, I just have split hairs right there. So because just like, I don't even know that. I just last over. Like, this are the most embarrassing defeat I ever suffer as a Manchester United fan.
I think theirs it has been worse.
No, like there's nothing worse than losing to Tottenham in a European final, bro. There's nothing worse than that. And it's not only losing to Tottenham, but the way how you lose to, bro. Like
Lose.
that goal is an embarrassment, bro.
Embarrassing, honestly. At one point I thought that Man would have take back the game because for me, I think it would have made them pay for allowing. I think under make Spurs that pay for allowing you guys to have the ball so much. But then again, bro, like the back line was so disciplined, really and truly, and them stick to them job. And them never come out the line. And as I say, the numbers that come on the field, everyone come on like for defend. And even when them get the ball for go on a counter, there's no more than two man. The man with the ball and probably the man who is running. And as soon as that man lose the ball, he might get back soon as possible. You know, and like
Shout
to
out
go back
to
to the
Richie. Shout out to Richarlison.
Richie,
Him work.
Richie, this start piss me off,
Him
honestly.
work, man.
But
On
him
the
work, yeah.
defensive end. Especially defensively, him work.
Defensively, him work. And him that cause a bit of a problem to you in the game, like from earlier. Natural, a Brazilian style. But I think that is just the way of getting into the skin for make sure and try to secure this trophy. Yeah. You know? Ah, it's a bad
Bro.
day for Manchester United, really and truly. A very bad day.
Like
Um,
me remember vividly losing 7 goals to Liverpool. And me not feel so shame like how I feel today, bro. Me not even a joke, bro. Like me disgusted,
ah,
bro. Me disgusted, bro.
disgusted. I saw it go. Well,
And
football win today, and
football can't win, bro.
football win
Football
today.
can't win, bro. Oh, yeah,
Football win today.
oh, you know what?
Football win today, bro.
Spurs
Football.
win them first trophy in 17 years.
Their
But
first ever Europe trophy,
first,
and
no, not them first European trophy. Spurs actually win the Europa League already, but it never named Europa League.
it
It
never
named
named Europa League. That's what I'm saying. Europe trophy,
Europa, UEFA Cup,
UEFA
but
Cup. It didn't name.
at the same competition. You see me? Um, but yes, Amarim, I really need for talk about
Again,
Ruben
bro.
Amarim, bro.
Again, like I don't know, like it probably sound that way, but me go and sack him.
I can see a point, I can see where I come from. I really don't see like Manchester United are going to be out of Europe next year completely out of Europe, which I can't remember the last time that was ever the case. I don't know. But that, what has that ever happened before? In the Premier League era, has that ever happened before? I don't
That
think so.
that need to be checked. Honestly, that
No,
really
because
needs to be.
Fergie has never finished outside the top three. And after Fergie, our lowest finish was seventh
Eight, one of them
and then
probably.
eighth recently. But then we did win the FA Cup. So
Mm.
we have never finished outside. We have never finished outside the top 10 in must say 30 odd years. That gone to shit.
That got
And
to
we
shit.
have never been outside of any European
Any
competition in
Europe
the Premier League
competition.
era. That gone to
That
shit.
got to
Like,
shit.
my,
Ah,
my last words, bro. My,
last
my,
words.
my actually last words. And as my dad said, Ruben Amorim, I don't see how sacking him are going to resolve this issue. Because when you sack Ruben Amorim, you bring in a new manager in the summer, we'll probably go back to a four-back system. What was the point of signing Ruben Amorim in the first place? If you like, this is why I just cannot have a whole Manchester United accountable as an entity and not just as the manager. Because, bro, why would you sign a manager that plays a three-back system that told you that it no make sense for him come in a December? Him rather come in the summer. The man literally tell you that, and you tell the man say, yo, is either now or you not get the job. The man come, no improvement, no, not even a manager bounce, bro. You know when you get a new manager, you get a one manager bounce. Not even that to get out of Ruben Amorim. And now we sit 16th in the league last European final to Tottenham
No,
Hotspurs.
Tottenham, Tottenham.
Like just listen all that sound. Tottenham
I like the song, but
Hotspurs.
I understand though. Like the pressure is, bro. Like, oh, but honestly, don't see a way for Manu at this point. I don't know how. Like for me as a footballer, as a football fan, me never get in a situation, but honestly don't know how you guys are gonna sleep tonight, or gonna wake up tomorrow, like or gonna face the tea, the coffee. Really and truly, it is really bad. Finishing 16 and losing this final, it's one of probably the shamest thing that ever happened
And
to me.
realistically, we'll probably lose the over the weekend. Spurs are going to win and we'll finish 17th. Realistically,
Realistically. And like if that make for ask you a question about like how you see yourself I go into Sunday game, what will be the players' attitude really and truly? Because as when
bro,
you
man, I think
as
nobody,
we say,
nobody gives a shit about Sunday right now, bro. Like, I'm not
no,
even gonna watch that match, bro.
much
I don't
exactly.
care.
I'm just gonna ask her if because for that game there's nothing to feed off but just negative energy all around, really and truly. Like it's just the bad like at this point, I think like our Manchester United fan is like just get rid of the whole team. Get rid of the whole team. Like phone like something need for happen for they can feed off. And probably this was the one thing, this Europa final. Probably that's why they meant so much. And we understand that, but I don't really care.
Spurs will be in the Champions League next year,
Next season.
so look out for that, I guess.
But
I think the Premier League has a possibility of having 10 teams in Europe next year. So half of the Premier League might compete in a Europe
I
because
mean
if
might I think it is possible. Because a top six is
no,
going
it is possible, but
yeah.
half of the like currently standing out of 9 teams. But you see, if Chelsea wins the Conference League
Conference League.
and
Oh
then you see, if Chelsea win the Conference League and then finish in a Europa League spot, so them finish 6th or 7th, then there's going to be an extra spot given to a Premier League team in the Europa League. So because them would have qualified through winning the Conference League. So there's a possibility that half the Premier League will be competing in Europe, and that's crazy. Half the Premier League will be competing in Europe, and Manchester United is not one of those teams. Just listen all that. Like, dog, what kind of world we are living in, bro?
I think like the generate like things like probably like football. This is where the turning point is one of the turning point in a football, or probably one of the seasons where so much history as we say created or rebuilt for something we've witnessed. Because probably some remember say a couple years back you have teams like Nottingham Forest who are in Champion League, Blackpool and those team Aston Villa. So I think like we're in a one of those generation one of them time they where the small teams them take a toll on the big team them and probably the big team them have a look a slope. And probably next season everything will just go back to normal. But as we always said, every team have a time and this has been a very long not being a time for Manchester. Even though last season, has been winning trophy like for the past 4 seasons now.
No, just win the Carabao Cup and
Yeah, I mean, for the
the
last 3 seasons, no been win trophy.
FA Cup, but we did got the FA Cup final before we win the Carabao Cup and we did lose to Uno.
Oh
So
yeah.
we'll go like five finals or 4 finals in the last 4 years or 5 years or
Yeah.
something like that.
And like to answer about the same question when he asked me in one of the podcasts, him like, what if Spurs won a Europa trophy before Arsenal?
Yeah, that is something that needs to be discussed now.
This is why we need the Arsenal fans them to come out and give it a like the calamity here. Him, even though he is a part of this podcast, I have to come out and show, but at least he's here and he talk. So we
I
still have
mean,
power, no?
I can't be an Arsenal fan and just
Can't be an Arsenal fan. They feel
yes, so
drink the
never,
bitters and
yeah,
face.
never take my one pan of chin as it. So it go. Anyway, people, I don't really have nothing else to say apart from Congratulations to Spurs, because it's not like someone that likes Spurs
Like
are
Spurs, yeah.
decent.
Congrats
No,
to
no,
Spurs, congrats to Song. I mean,
yeah.
like fully deserved, fully deserved.
Congrats to Son, young man. You see me? First trophy in my entire career.
Entire
Big up to
career.
Son. Manchester United just never deserve it. You see me?
Just
It
yeah,
was terrible day, terrible, terrible
terrible
game
season.
overall, terrible season, terrible players we need to go. And
So many of them. And as you really say,
it's
like
a
yeah, I
discussion.
think they said that
It's a,
get rid of them. Just release us, just release them.
yeah, man. Just release 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, any amount. But just get rid of most of them. You see me? But yeah, and there probably is going to be a discussion of whether Ruben Amorim should remain in charge of Manchester United. But that is probably going to be a discussion amongst the fans. I don't think say the club are gonna sack him, but that going to be a discussion amongst the fans because now the fans are gonna look on it and say, is can he really manage the weight and the pressure of Manchester United? Because actually, me did read something say in a January, Ruben Amorim was actually planning to resign
Mm-hmm.
after a poor run of farm. And that was him they sign like in a November. So if him reach in a November or December and you want to resign in a January, that is not a good sign. That tell me say you can't manage
They
pressure.
can't manage and the board continuously of force him. And honestly, like really and truly, after what happened in the Leon game, like and then after what happened in that Atletico Bilbao game, I think it was like a building factor where someone would have built upon or probably either built team confident when he could have seen himself really try to grab this final and then start to from scratch or start building and that in the summer. For him now, probably in my mind him just don't even know where to turn.
Mm. All right, so I mean we have some big discussions because what I don't know how Manchester United are gonna move forward from here on out. Like I can't see the short term vision at this moment in time. Um, also as we did say, Spurs win a European final before Arsenal. You see me?
Crazy.
And anyway, people, you see me? Thanks to all of the support. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. I don't know, so that I can notify you. When the video might drop, the boy Calamity, King Tato. How we out?
Spurs way.
I'm telling you, man.